Again, a lot of people are questioning how he was able to obtain, which are pretty expensive rifles there. And then there are some new questions that you're finding out about from neighbors. I should say new information that's raising new questions about whether or not this shooter could even drive. What can you tell us about that?
I'm in the neighborhood where he grew up, and I've been speaking to some of the neighbors here. We spoke to the neighbor from across the grandparents' house who said when he was pulling out, it looked like he didn't know how to drive. So we followed up with that, and I actually spoke to several of the neighbors here locally, and they said the same thing. As far as they know, he didn't even have a driver's license. So that's what we're trying to figure out. First off, did he have a driver's license? Because if he didn't, the only other way that you could purchase firearms legally in the state of Texas is to have some sort of state-issued ID. Did he have that state-issue ID? And if he couldn't drive, then how did he go to pick up those guns? Did somebody else drive him? And as you mentioned, the cost of those guns, this is a guy who worked part-time at a fast food restaurant in a very low-income part of the city. How did he afford two Daniel Defense ARs, is what we're being told they were, along with the thousands of rounds of ammunition and the many magazines that went with them? Estimates between $6,000 and $8,000 total cost. How does a guy who's making minimum wage have enough money to buy those guns? And again, these are questions that no one else seems to be asking, but they're relevant to figuring out who this guy was and if there's more to the story.